Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. If that's how you pronounce her name, I'm not sure. I was pleasantly surprised. I was a bit unsure about how it was going to go out, and I thought I would pretty much predict everything, but there was some twists and turns in the novel that I didn't expect, which was really refreshing. It was a really easy introduction to the novel, to the world. It starts with Mare on the streets, and you kind of get that introduction to her characters. You know, she's the pickpocket of the stilts. You know, she has to pay her way by stealing from other people like her because there's no other way that she knows to support her family, which is really sad. But it was an effective introduction to her character. I quite like Mare. She has a really good narrative voice as well. She's that kind of character, the hard done by female protagonist with that edgy sarcasm, awesome sense of humour, and I really liked reading from her point of view, and really good protagonist. I really like her. The description of the town or the village even, and you know, the way that they are overruled by these awful, it's not the word I want to use, but awful silvers. They are presented as really horrible, you know, all the way through the novel as well. Like, you get glimpses of potentially nice silvers, but not enough, you know, but you can't help feeling sorry for them because that's just the way they've been brought up to live. The first chapter is really captivating. It starts with a big action scene. You get an impression of the reds and the silvers straight away. You know, there's a massive kind of contrast of these two worlds. The way that they use the silvers to inspire fear into the reds is fantastic. I think Victoria Aveyard has done a really good job to create that opposition of character all the way through the novel as well, guys. The action draws the reader into something compelling, something dangerous. It's interesting. It's a good whirlwind pace. It keeps going straight away. There are a few guys in this novel that you're constantly kind of like, is that the guy? Is this the guy? Like, who is the guy? Like, the guy. You know, there are circumstances that I'm gonna discuss in about 30 seconds, so I can get out of this spoiler-free, infuriating discussion about the novel. I find it really difficult to talk about books and not discuss very important plot scenes and my reactions and emotions. There are many different characters that you come into contact with that you are constantly questioning about romance and loyalty and power and death as well. You know, there's these four things obviously very important to any life. You are constantly questioning every single character. There's always different motives, there's different interests. It's all just very intricate. It's a very well integrated novel. The plot, the narrative, the action, it's all very well done, and I would recommend this book to anyone that likes any kind of fantasy. I am definitely gonna buy the second book of this. Before I go into the spoilers, and I give my rating early, so that everyone here can see it. I'm gonna give this book an 8 out of 10. You need to read this book. I think it was very, very interesting. Okay, now to get into the details of the novel. Within the first 60 pages, we are introduced to Mare. We are seeing her struggles to support her family. We see what her sister is like and living in her shadow. We are given a friend who is turning 18 in a week and loses his job and is about to be conscripted, and she's going to be conscripted, and it's all very fast paced. You get that introduction into the danger, the realization of what your life is going to become when you go to war. She's probably going to die. Her brothers are awesome, and you immediately want to meet these brothers, especially Shade. His letter, you know, you just want to know. You want to know what makes this guy tick? I'm very intrigued by Shade. Like, immediately, I want to meet this guy. I want to know what her brothers are like. Walsh, she shows up at their house and they expect it to be just an inspection after the broadcast, but it's not. They've come to take Mare away. And immediately I'm like, shit, is she being arrested? And then we find out that she has a job instead. Okay, so I really like the main introduction to Mare's powers. We know that there's kind of like a little hint of it when she's in the fountain and also when she's at home with her dad. There's that kind of inclination to what the power is going to be. But when that, oh, that, can I say bitch, please? I'm going to say bitch a lot today. When that bitch, Evangeline, is just totally like just messing around and showing off and being the little bitch that she is, she brings like that friggin' box down and Mare flies over the railings and lands in the electrical shield and shit, you know, shit's going down. That was a really good introduction. It's not like, oh my god, we're just gonna arrest her and then she's gonna try and break free and oh my god, electricity. No, she falls into a pool of electrical energy and doesn't die. I love how she accidentally zaps Evangeline in the arena as well when she's throwing. Does she throw knives at her or something? And she just kind of. And bitch falls on her ass like the little bitch that she is. Put her back in her place. Thank you, Mare. Because immediately you know you're not going to like Evangeline when you're introduced to this character. She is horrible. She is nasty little psychopathic metal bending Magneto bitch. Man, like, that's another thing. This whole thing kind of reminds me of the world that Magneto envisions in X-Men, where the mutants take over and the humans descend into the lesser community. That's kind of what it reminded me of. I know it's not particularly relevant, but the Silvers remind me of mutant descendants. I love how Mare refers to them as peacocks. So what? They do a spin, say a few words, bat their eyelashes, like a little pageant of peacocks. I thought that was really funny. Later on, like, I don't know, like 40 pages, and the Queen is telling her that she's gonna marry her son, and it's just the fact that she forgets what his name is, like, she's like, sorry, what is your name again? That's so sassy. She forgets his name. I found that so funny. You are the prince. I don't even know what your name is. I don't give enough of a shit about you to have learned your name. She is Sass Queen. She is kind of propelled past Emma Carstairs for Sass level right now. When Mare goes back to visit her family as well, like Cal takes her back to the stilts, it's just the family dynamic that they have in that house. Like, all the brothers are back and they're all asleep when she gets back and they're all snoring, obviously. I'm just gonna read this little scene out because I just think it's like such a spot on family dynamic. Rise and shine, I laugh, ripping the blanket off Bree in a smooth motion. He crashes to the floor, probably hurt the floor more than himself, and rolls to a stop at my feet. For a half second, it looks like he might fall back asleep. Then he blinks at me, bleary-eyed and confused. In short, his usual self. Mare? Shut your face, Bree. People are trying to sleep, Trammy groans in the dark. All of you, quiet! Dad roars from his bedroom, making us all jump. I never realised how much I missed this. One little noise and everyone is screaming at each other to be quiet, and I don't know, it kind of reminds me of my family. And we're all arguing across the different floors. My mum just shouted upstairs to be quiet, and I found that hilarious. Oh, and of course, Evangeline, page 200, has to challenge her. Has to challenge Mare to the fight. Yeah, expected that. She has to go and be the total conniving little scatty bitch in the friggin' hate her. I hate her. She's horrible. She's not even like a female character that you can appreciate for being strong and just sassy. No, she's pure psychopath. She is just a total bitch for no reason. Like, she has no reason to be such a bitch to her. Like, Mare, never gonna be queen. You have already been told that you're gonna be queen. What is your problem? What is your problem? Like, seriously. I hate her. I want someone to kill her, please. Can you please, Victoria Aveyard, will you please kill Evangeline off? Because I hate the bitch. I hate her. She a nasty, nasty girl, and I don't want to see her anymore. I don't like her. I don't want to read about her. I don't want to know her struggles. Yo, do you know what? It was so nice to see her run away at the end. Okay, so we have the whole plot line. She's working with Mavin and Cal. Oh my god, that cute little kid. He just doesn't know what to do with himself, does he? I thought it was a bit. I didn't think there was enough building on the relationship to go into, oh my god, he loves me. I don't think there was enough there to do that. But I don't know, I don't feel what they feel. There was something that was obviously just too perfect about Mavin. You you know, it's the jealousy and the anger that you see in him when he talks about his brother. Like there's too much there for him only to care about, the Reds being equal to Silvers. That's not what it's about. It's not because he dislikes the way that the kingdom is run. There is that jealousy, that anger, that the shadow of the prince, the crown prince, and he can't handle it. He can't cope with it. Even though his brother probably loves him more than any other character in this book, more than his mother, like, oh my god, what an awful woman. I quite liked Mavin in the beginning, even though he's not exactly what he's saying he is, because no one can be that compassionate and hold that much anger and jealousy about their brother and the hierarchy of the relationship. It was too good to be true, and I accepted that. But he was such a nice character to have. Like, he was the loving one. Oh, you just can't help liking the character that he presents himself as. Then he turns out to be the evil guy, and it's like, well, yeah, that sucks, but good plot line. To be fair, it was very well done. Yeah, poor Cal. Mare has completely destroyed his life and any chance the kingdom has. Oh my god, he had to behead his father. He had to behead his own dad. But with the way that the cameras and the technology is used in this novel, I really like that as well. And it was really well done, the way that they put together that video montage at the end of Mare and Cal's non-existent relationship, but it made it look so real on camera. And Cal's friends, all his friends hate him now. He killed the king, and everyone that loved him hates him. It just shows how easy it is to influence the masses, to change the minds of an entire society. And it's quite funny. That's really sadistic, but I found it quite funny to see how stupid these people are. You are so stupid. Is it the silver blood? Does it dissolve brain cells? Is that what it does? Every good silver we see dies. Like, Lucas is killed. And I'm like, the guy didn't even do anything. I didn't believe for a second that Shade was dead. What has the world of YA narration told us about the lack of a body? Not dead. No body, not dead. We see Lucas die. Julian's not dead. I didn't see him killed. I didn't see any body. He's coming back. I am waiting for Julian. I like Julian. Who are the Lakelanders? I want to meet some Lakelanders, please. So yes, I really liked this book. I had a lot of agitation. I was quite agitated by a lot of things that happened, but that's a good sign for me. I think it was really well written. I will absolutely be buying Glass Sword. I've rambled so much in this video. Thank you everyone for watching my video. If you have any other opinions on the book, if you didn't like it, if you did like it, I would like to know. Leave me a comment, thumbs up my video if you liked it, and subscribe to see me again. I post videos every Tuesday, and I will see you all next week. Bye!